Hello everybody, welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So my name is Samantha. Folks, we are finishing up all our last minute preparations to roll out of here to Maui. So for me, I think the biggest thing today is double, triple checking all of the animals, their facilities, right? Making sure that everybody has fresh water. We do have a farm sitter who will be here the entire time we're gone. So our animals, from the dogs to the cats, the chickens and the rabbits, everybody will be properly cared for. I wanted to show you guys a couple of videos I found. But what I'm going to have to do, because I am super busy, folks, we're literally pulling out of here in 30 minutes, is I'm going to just put the videos on and you guys are going to see me busy in the background. Just ignore me, listen to what he's saying. Let me tell you something. What happened in Maui, in Lahaina, was not a wildfire, okay? Wildfires do not make right-hand turns. Now, I know some of you are going to have a hard time dealing with that. My parents are 80. They have a hard time dealing with that. I mean, nobody likes the idea that somebody could do this. But what I'm fixing to show you in my mind, and in my heart is proof this was no regular wildfire. Watch this.
This home, we can see the entire yard nearly burned. Then there are these 5 homes, and then this one by itself, and then these 3 on the other side. Then finally, saving the most interesting for last, we head over to the rec center's several baseball fields for a closer look. Well, next to the baseball fields is the transitional housing Nahale o Waine'e. Note how far this development sits from the highway. And when we examine the colors of the topography, we can see how the majority of land is red in color. Now this is what I wanted to show you folks. This baseball field is darkened by burn marks. Now I asked Paul and Bruce to confirm the burned field, and they took soil samples. Look close. Anyone can easily see how these are strikes. It's when they hit, they fan outward in one direction. When analyzing the baseball field, based on the strikes in the grass and the direction of the burn marks, this suggests that the wind was coming out of the east. There are a few factors to consider that refute the report map showing the fire travel direction through Puamana. Now logically, I would have to agree that the map created by Underwriters Laboratory showing the fire spread outward as it reached the bottom of Lahaina in Zone 1, and then spread into Puamana, then traveled back uphill into the prevailing wind and up to the homeless housing tract was incorrect. The row of homes that burned just above the park, if the fire had traveled back uphill as they suggest, the open grass fields would display ember strikes, and the grass would have burned in places you could easily see, and this is not the case. It would be impossible for embers to travel from these burned homes and specifically land on the homeless transitional housing tract. And finally, I want to leave you guys with this Eric West find some time ago. You guys might recall this SUV that was parked up on the bluff overlooking Puamana and completely incinerated. Nothing around it, nothing to fuel it. Everything melted. Lahaina Harbor looks like. Here is a shot from overhead. Looking at the jetty, we can see how the boats were positioned and tied off, and we can also see the deck running all the way around.
It's good turn to just like see how the harbor look like. This is how the harbor look like, but we cannot go through, so we're gonna turn around over here. Wow, all the boats. Wow. Oh shit. So this is all the boats. This is what left on the Park Street Harbor. Right here. All gone.
Down in, we see there are just 4 of these structures, similar to the others, that burned, but nothing else did. And looking
Now I know for most of you, like me, I'm like, what? Fires don't make right-hand turns. Fires don't jump buildings without leaving evidence, right? Cars don't burn out in the middle of nowhere. Just burn, melt, right? All right, guys, so we're rolling out. I'm going to show you a couple of things that you need to do if you're going to take vacation and you run a homestead, a farmstead, or a farm. First, you've got to get a good person to stay with your animals. Second, you need to anoint everything with oil, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you can use any type of oil, folks. It doesn't have to be anything special. Just get you some olive oil, put it in a cup, pray over it, ask God to bless it in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and bam, you've got holy oil. Now that we've got everything and everyone anointed with that holy oil, it is time for me to say aloha and mahalo. Go inside and get dressed. We are heading to the airport to get on our Delta flight, folks. We will land in Honolulu tonight, and you can expect updates for the next 2 weeks as we go out. We win souls for Jesus, we set people free, and we help them financially. If you would like to donate towards the helping of those who are less fortunate, here's our Cash App, and in comments, you know, where you type your comments, pinned at the top, be all the different ways that you can donate, folks. And for all of you that have rowed in our boat, mahalo.